with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine last time I saw Janine. Last time I saw Janine. I recall when we were 17. I was so broke, was not so long ago, but too short of that long, long dream to satisfy Janine. Now she's gone from me, moved away from the old neighborhood, and I'm certain she's gone for good. Last time I saw Janine, the sign stood in between. It was love lost to the rising gods, but since then I have never seen Janine.
Originally, I started DJing in the late 1970s in the classic British jazz funk era, and it was through that I got into the jazz, because some of the DJs were experimenting with jazz on the dance floor at that point, and then through that I discovered percussion, and then I became a musician and a recording artist from 1985. The scene was at its biggest probably in the early 80s, and then it hit a commercial peak with acid jazz. I was very much involved in acid jazz because I was one of the first artists to record for that label. In fact, I think my album is the second album on acid jazz. But even though acid jazz then became a massive scene worldwide, the heavy end almost kind of disappeared, in fact I was doing a session in those days called Back to the Tracks in Southend-on-Sea, which was about 50 miles from here, and because there was no real jazz being played at Dingwalls, everyone thinks of Dingwalls as being this kind of home of jazz. What was happening is all the dancers were coming from London down to where I live, 50 miles away, to this session once a month. And that lasted 8 years. I did it with Phil Levine, and by the time Dingwalls finished, my session really was probably the only jazz session left in the country. And then the Blue Note started, which was the most amazing club ever, and one of the greatest British clubs ever. And they gave me every Sunday lunchtime, and I started the hi-hats there. And that was amazing. As soon as the hi-hat started, I stopped the session in Southend because most of the dancers that travelled down were from London. And it was a success. It ran for 13 years. We were at the Blue Note for 5 years, and then the Jazz Cafe. Unfortunately, there's not many dancers around now. Most of the dancers are the average age is probably about 40. There's no new jazz dancers coming through, which is a shame. There's not many sessions left. There's Shiftless Shuffle, and there's Out to Lunch in Nottingham, and this amazing session, Jazz on the Road. I actually think this is a very important session, Jazz on the Road. I've been here for the first time tonight and DJing, and I think there's never been anything like this session before. It's very unique, and it really gives me a great feeling, you know, about the scene again, you know, because of tonight.
Jazz on the Road.
just like a royal queen. Cruised by with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine last time I saw Janine. Last time I saw Janine. Recall when we were 17. I was so broke, it wasn't so long ago, but I was too short of that green to satisfy Janine. Now she's gone from me, away from the old neighborhood, and I'm certain she's gone for good. Last time I saw Janine, the last time stood in between. It was love lost to the rising concept. Since then I've never seen, I haven't seen Janine. I haven't seen Janine. No, I haven't seen Janine.
Jazz on the road.